Hey everybody, my name is Amanda and I'm 23 years old and I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer last December. After I was diagnosed, I experienced a whirlwind of events and everything happened very quickly. I had a lumpectomy and I had a port placed and I also had a sentinel lymph node biopsy, and that was all in one surgery the day after Christmas. After that, they scheduled out my whole treatment plan. I had fertility preservation surgery, and then I started chemotherapy, and then I did 4.5 months of chemotherapy. And during that time, I was getting a biotherapy called Herceptin, which I continue to get now. And right now I'm doing radiation, and I will continue to have Herceptin for the next 7 or so months to complete a year of that treatment. I think that a really accurate way to describe where I am is very simple, and it's in treatment. Currently, I hope I have no more cancer in me, but I'm still in treatment and I don't want to jinx anything. The hardest part about being diagnosed with cancer, especially at my age, is this sense that I've like had my life paused. And for me, it's especially hard because like I graduated from college a couple years ago, and I started my career, and I was starting to feel really good about where I was and how I was progressing in my life and my career and my relationships and all those, all those things, all those key points of your life that you hope fall into place, and everything just kind of got paused. It's this complete lack of control. Like, I can't remember the last time that I wasn't in complete control of what I was going to do the next day. I mean, you can have your obligations to your job and to school, but at the end of the day, you can not go to that if you want to. But this was something where they were like, you're gonna go, you're gonna get an MRI right now, and tomorrow we're going to do more, more mammograms and more biopsies, and then you're gonna see an oncologist, and then you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that. And then they literally just mapped out essentially a year of my life that I was not the navigator of. It's been hard to grapple with that new reality and where I was before. The biggest fear during this whole process was probably when a few weeks after I was first diagnosed, and I don't think I was in treatment at all at that point. This like overwhelmingly real feeling that I might die. I don't think that I've ever experienced that before. This like real, you can't control this bigger thing that could just end everything. When you experience that, you can't help but think of all the things that you'll never get to do, and all the things that you thought you had time to do, but now it's like, oh, there's this expiration date, and it was one of my darker moments, and my prognosis is very positive, but I don't think that you can be diagnosed with something like cancer and not think about what's going to happen to you, what is going to happen next. That was interesting. What I want to tell people who are going through this, that you need to stay positive, and that you need to think about all of the good things in your life. What's the other 90% of your life that is positive and that you are blessed with? I really do think that how you look at your life and how you look at what you're going through, and what light and what attitude you have, it really impacts how you feel and how you react to everything that comes your way, and also it radiates out onto everybody else. And people are looking and be like, she's going through something crappy, but she's rocking it and she's doing well. And when people think you're doing well, you start to feel like you're doing well. When I'm not talking about cancer, I am hanging out with my girlfriends and watching movies, going out to eat and drinking wine and listening to music and reading books. I read a lot of books, especially now. Hanging out with people that I love and spending time with my family and planning for the future and just enjoying life. My goals for the future are I would like to get married and I would like to have kids and continue working in theater and accomplish like goals in my career and like to travel the world. And I am excited that I have this new gift of life. Being a part of the Pink Elephant Posse has been a very positive experience because I feel like now that more and more often women are being diagnosed before weren't even screened for that. I'm 23 and I have an aggressive form of breast cancer. I think that I was blessed and cursed with this at the same time, and I think that because I was really lucky that I had my grandmother and my mother go through breast cancer, and the reason I say that I was blessed with that is that all of my doctors were very much aware of this disease. They were very proactive when it came to screening for it and looking for it and testing for it, and it's been this thing that's been in the back of my head for the past, like 8 years or so. And I think that everybody needs to be very aware of what's going on in their body and what could possibly go wrong, and just to be aware of that and know that it's a possibility. And even if your doctor says, oh, it's nothing, if you feel like there's something wrong, then get it checked out. If I can impact what decisions other people make in the future in regards to what's going on in their bodies, and it can catch something in the early stages, then I think that my whole journey will be worth it. I think being a part of a specific community just like this one is very rewarding in the fact that I don't feel alone. And I think that was like one of the biggest things when I was diagnosed, was like all of a sudden I'm othered, and I'm over here on this little island with this condition that just kind of got like handed to me. It was very isolating at first, and it was really, really great to get involved with a group of people that are like, I know exactly what you're going through. I know exactly what that feels like. Know that we're not alone. My life now, post-cancer diagnosis, I like to call it my new reality, because before I was diagnosed, I was living in this reality where I went to school and then I got a job and I was living on my own in New York, and I was very much traveling on this charted course through life that I had planned and had, no surprises. And then I was kind of plucked out of that reality and kind of dropped into this reality. And I think that I was blessed again that I came back to Colorado when I did. So it's kind of like I'm in this new reality where I'm like, okay, I'm in Colorado now, and I live with my family, and I'm going through cancer. But I can honestly say now that I'm so much more fearless, and I feel like there's things that used to scare me that I'm like, well, I was pretty scared a few months ago, and I made it through it, and I can sit here and think about the person that I was before and know that I'm different, but I'm not in a negative way. I'm different in this more powerful, comfortable, and secure in like who I am and like what I want to do, what I can do. My name is Amanda, and I'm a pink elephant.